You are far more ancient and expansive than you might have ever imagined. Within you resides a library of stories, an accumulation of lessons, strengths, and soul-level knowledge gathered across time. Although it may feel unfamiliar to think of your soul as something that has journeyed beyond just this one lifetime, consider that inkling of curiosity stirring within. What if there is a deeper truth beyond the confines of what your eyes can see and your mind can easily grasp? Exploring the idea of past life wisdom doesn't negate logic or science. It simply invites you into a broader perspective, one that opens doors to profound healing and transformation. When we acknowledge that our consciousness can exist on more than one plane or timeline, we begin to see that our daily struggles, breakthroughs, and desires might be echoes of something much older. In this space of open-mindedness, you can gently claim insights that belong to you, insights that may help you overcome persistent doubts, release old patterns, and step into a greater sense of purpose. But how do we even begin to tap into this well of timeless knowledge? The first essential step is self-love. Before you can fully access the memories of your soul, you must feel safe and at peace within yourself. Negative self-talk, rigid beliefs, and a harsh inner critic can keep these deeper truths at bay. By approaching this inner journey with kindness and understanding, you create a warm environment in which ancient memories can unfold. Throughout this video, you will be guided through several practices: affirmations to gently unlock soul memories, mirror work to connect with your innermost self, and meditation techniques for quieting the mind so you can hear the subtle voice of your deeper consciousness. Every section builds upon the last, leading you step by step toward integrating the lessons and wisdom your soul has carried. If you felt a tug in your heart suggesting there is more to life than the surface level every day, trust that nudge. It might be your own soul inviting you to remember who you truly are and the incredible wealth of knowledge you already possess. In the next section, we will delve into understanding the nature of the soul's infinite journey. Let us begin this odyssey of self-discovery, guided by an unshakable sense of compassion for ourselves and an earnest desire to embrace all that lies within. Are you ready to take this first step? If so, open your heart and let the journey unfold. Your soul's essence is vast, going beyond the boundaries of a single lifetime. Imagine this boundless energy that adapts and evolves across various forms and experiences, carrying forward the lessons, loves, and triumphs once lived. This concept might seem lofty, yet it carries a simple and comforting truth. There is more to you than this moment and this body. Those little sparks of déjà vu or unexplainable longings for distant times and places might, in fact, be glimpses into a much bigger story. When you consider that your existence could span multiple lifetimes, it becomes easier to see yourself as part of an ongoing tapestry, one that grows richer each time you learn something new or overcome a challenge. Sometimes a random talent appears as if it came out of nowhere. Other times, you may feel an inexplicable connection to a culture you've never studied, or a sense that you've been in a particular place before. These instances can serve as gentle reminders that your conscious mind doesn't hold every memory. Some chapters of your life are housed deep within your spirit. But what do we do with this knowledge? For one, we can soften into the realization that our purpose is not limited to a single era. The soul's journey is a grand expedition, and each lifetime offers invaluable lessons that shape who we are today. Even if you're uncertain whether you believe in multiple lives, think about how many chapters your soul might have lived through in this single lifetime alone. Childhood, adolescence, adulthood, each stage with its own distinct personality and perspective. Now imagine expanding that sense of learning across countless experiences. By choosing to accept the possibility that your soul is infinite, you grant yourself permission to explore patterns in your life that have no clear origin in the present. Perhaps you've struggled with a specific fear, like a phobia or social anxiety that doesn't seem linked to any present trauma. Remaining open to the idea of a past life influence can provide an unexpected pathway to healing. Rather than feeling trapped in the question of, why am I like this? You can gently shift to, what is my soul trying to show me, and how can I heal? As you begin to unfold these layers, remember that every step of this journey is an act of self-compassion. Acknowledge your curiosity, your skepticism, and your courage as equal parts of the process. In the following section, we'll introduce affirmations designed to help you unlock and clarify these deeper memories. Stay open to what resonates, and never be afraid to adapt each practice to your own comfort and intuition. This is your path, after all, and your soul has a remarkable way of guiding you to just the right insights at just the right time. The power of affirmations lies in their ability to reshape your internal dialogue. What you repeatedly say to yourself or whisper in your mind takes root in your subconscious, influencing how you see the world and what you believe is possible. When it comes to drawing wisdom from past lives, affirmations serve as keys to locked doors. Doors that might have remained sealed by doubt, skepticism, or unresolved fears. By proclaiming positive, expansive truths, you create an environment where soul-level recollections can gently emerge. Try starting with statements like, I trust my inner wisdom completely. My soul's knowledge is alive within me. Or, I embrace the lessons from my past, known or unknown, with an open heart. At first, these words might feel too grand or unfamiliar. You may question whether they hold any real power. Yet every time you voice them, either silently or out loud, you are nudging your subconscious toward acceptance. The idea is not to force a revelation, but to provide a loving setting where revelations can naturally happen. As you establish a consistent affirmations practice, you might notice subtle shifts in your daily life. Moments that once passed by without notice could feel more vibrant, or you may find yourself experiencing vivid dreams that linger in your waking thoughts. Think of these experiences as gentle hints from your deeper self. Affirmations pave the way, but it's your open-minded attention that helps you catch these signals. If a particular phrase resonates strongly with you, consider writing it on sticky notes and placing them around your home, on the bathroom mirror, the refrigerator, or even as reminders on your phone. Another aspect of affirmations is their ability to quell the little voice inside that asks, is all of this real? Or am I just making this up? Repetition fosters belief, and belief lowers the shield of doubt, making it easier for genuine insights to arise. Of course, genuine skepticism can be healthy and keeps us grounded. Yet if we cling to it too tightly, it becomes a barrier rather than a balance. Allow affirmations to soften your inner critic just enough to see what might be waiting behind the veil. Now, you don't have to memorize dozens of affirmations. Pick a few that genuinely speak to you, words that make your heart feel lighter or more assured. Some people also like to create their own, crafting phrases tailored to their unique struggles or inclinations. The more personal an affirmation, the more power it tends to hold. In the upcoming section, we'll focus on the next step in this journey, embracing and managing the doubts that inevitably surface. Remember that doubt doesn't cancel out your progress. Rather, it can become another gateway to deeper clarity when approached with kindness and understanding. Self-doubt is as human as breathing. It's the quiet voice that questions whether you're on the right track, or the feeling that perhaps you're imagining everything. When you step into the territory of metaphysical exploration, like tapping into past life experiences, this internal critic often grows louder. However, doubt is not your enemy. It can serve as a balancing force that protects you from blindly accepting every whim or notion. The challenge is learning to distinguish between healthy skepticism and a paralyzing refusal to trust anything beyond the obvious. A helpful way to begin is to compassionately acknowledge your doubt. Try journaling about what exactly you find yourself questioning. Do you worry that others might think you've lost touch with reality? Or are you concerned about finding evidence for these memories? By placing these concerns onto paper, you shine a light on them. It's no longer a vague discomfort in your mind, but a specific thought you can analyze and understand. You might even discover deeper fears rooted in a need for social acceptance or a deeply ingrained belief that seeing is believing. Skepticism becomes self-defeating when it blocks us from exploring new horizons. A more balanced approach is to maintain an open mind, one that welcomes experience but also remains discerning. Perhaps you can adopt a simple experiment. Instead of trying to believe in past lives outright, decide to temporarily hold the possibility as valid. Through daily affirmations, mirror work, or meditation, observe if your emotional world shifts or if your life patterns begin to make more sense. By treating it as an experiment rather than a dogma, you relieve the pressure to force an immediate conclusion. Another form of self-doubt emerges when you feel unworthy of deeper insights. You might think, "Who am I to claim such profound knowledge?" Remember that your soul is not separate from the divine tapestry of existence. If your heart resonates with the idea of holding on to wisdom beyond your current life, then perhaps your soul truly has something vital to share. Doubt doesn't erase your worthiness. It simply calls for reassurance and self-love. Before we transition to the next section, it's helpful to reaffirm that doubt does not negate authenticity. You can question your experiences while still allowing them to unfold. In fact, approaching them with a gentle layer of doubt can help you remain mindful, reflective, and honest. We will now delve into one of the most crucial spiritual tools for releasing blockages: forgiveness. Far from being a passive act, forgiveness can serve as a bridge, allowing you to step more fully into the light of your own soul's past, present, and future. Let us move forward, trusting that both questions and answers have their place in your awakening. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. People think that to forgive means to dismiss or belittle the harm done to them. In reality, forgiveness is one of the most profound acts of self-liberation available to us. When you carry grudges or painful memories, whether from this lifetime or any other, a portion of your energy gets stuck in resentment and hurt. This trapped energy becomes a barrier that can obscure the soul-level insights you seek. Take a moment to reflect on what resentment does to your heart and mind. It's exhausting to hold on to anger, bitterness, or guilt, and it drains the warmth and clarity you need to connect with deeper truths. When you choose to forgive, you choose to release that burden. You're not just saying that what happened was acceptable. Rather, you're deciding to no longer let it shape your inner life. That shift frees up a remarkable amount of emotional and spiritual space, inviting new awareness and growth. It helps to see forgiveness as a healing act rather than a moral obligation. You don't forgive to grant someone else absolution. You do it to ease your own pathway forward. This becomes particularly significant if you suspect that certain karmic or past life ties are influencing your present. By forgiving the people and events that continue to weigh on your heart, you signal to your soul that you are ready to move beyond the pain. In this sense, forgiveness becomes a magical bridge, connecting the lessons from other lifetimes to your healing journey in the here and now. There are many ways to practice forgiveness. You might write a letter addressed to someone who hurt you. This person could be alive, departed, or even a symbolic figure representing past traumas. In the letter, speak honestly about your pain, but end with a clear intention to let that pain go. Some choose to burn or safely discard the letter as a physical representation of release. Others find solace in meditation, envisioning themselves bathing in a loving light that dissolves all animosity. As you engage in these processes, you may find unexpected memories or emotions surfacing. Embrace them with kindness. See if they carry any messages about your larger soul story. Sometimes the act of forgiveness can unlock a deeper recognition of why you or someone else chose certain paths in a different era. This doesn't mean you condone harmful actions, but it helps you see the bigger pattern of learning and evolution. In our next section, we'll explore the synergy of mirror work and journaling, practices that amplify the effects of affirmations and forgiveness. By gazing into your own eyes, you meet yourself at an intimate level, inviting buried insights and emotions to surface. If you're ready, let us venture further into this journey of self-remembering, carrying the lightness of forgiveness in our hearts. Mirror work is a transformative practice because it invites you to look into your own eyes and acknowledge the powerful being that you are. There is something profoundly intimate about facing yourself without judgment, simply observing what arises. When you speak affirmations or words of self-love while looking in the mirror, your mind and your soul come into alignment, bridging conscious intention with deeper emotional layers that might otherwise remain hidden. Begin by standing or sitting comfortably before a mirror. Let your gaze rest gently on your eyes and take a moment to breathe. Notice if you feel any resistance. It's not uncommon to experience discomfort as though you're suddenly seeing yourself more clearly than ever before. Allow that feeling to be present without pushing it away. Then, softly speak an affirmation. I honor the eternal wisdom within me, or I am open to all the truths my soul has carried. Pay attention to the sensations that arise, tingling in your chest, a wave of emotion, or perhaps a sense of calm acceptance. Journaling after mirror work can help you process any insights or emotions that surface. Write freely, without worrying about grammar or coherence. This is a conversation between you and your deeper self. You may find memories drift into your awareness, or images that seem out of place in your current life. Note them down without overanalyzing. Sometimes the meaning only becomes clear after revisiting your journal over time. If you feel prompted by a sudden surge of emotion, a longing for an era you've never consciously known, or a pang of sorrow that seems unrelated to your present circumstances, be gentle with yourself. These feelings can be clues guiding you back to chapters of your soul story. Even if you don't receive specific details, like names or dates, the emotional thread itself can reveal patterns or unresolved energies calling out for your attention. By exploring these breadcrumbs with openness and compassion, you gradually piece together the puzzle of your soul's journey. When performed regularly, mirror work combined with journaling becomes a powerful cyclical practice. Each session of self-reflection paves the way for deeper revelations, and each journaling entry helps integrate what you've learned. Over time, patterns emerge, words you find yourself repeating, feelings that keep coming up, or even dream images that recur. This is where real transformation happens. Those repeating threads point to areas in your life that are ripe for understanding and healing. In the next section, we will explore guided practices, specifically meditations, that can help you journey inward and tap into that sacred reservoir of knowledge your soul holds. Remember, none of these methods demand perfection. They simply ask for sincerity, kindness, and a willingness to see beyond the surface of who you think you are. The deeper you go, the more you will find that you've always been whole, carrying everything you need within. Meditation offers a doorway to parts of yourself untouched by the hustle of daily life. When you deliberately set aside time to breathe, ground, and go within, you create the optimal conditions for soul-level insights to rise. This is especially true if you shape your meditation with the intention of remembering or reconnecting with knowledge from other lifetimes. Think of it as visiting a quiet sanctuary in your mind, where you can gently converse with the wisest, most timeless aspects of yourself. One simple approach is to imagine a bright hallway lined with doors, each labeled with words like courage, creativity, or ancient wisdom. Visualize yourself walking down this hallway until you find the door you feel most drawn to. Take a breath, open it, and step inside. What do you see? Perhaps a garden full of symbolic objects, or a library with infinite shelves of soul records. Let your imagination paint the scene and trust whatever arises without judgment or fear. This relaxed openness can allow subtle memories or reflections to weave into your consciousness. Another method involves focusing on your breath. With each inhalation, envision yourself pulling in divine light. With each exhalation, release tension and clutter from your mind. As your thoughts calm, silently repeat an affirmation like, "I embrace the sacred stories my soul wishes to share." The repetition can soothe any anxious chatter and anchor you in a safe, loving space. Even if you sense nothing dramatic, stay present. Meditation's gifts often unfold gradually, revealing themselves over time and after repeated practice. If strong emotions or vivid images arise, simply observe them. Resist the urge to label them as real or unreal, valid or invalid. Instead, allow them to be. This gentle acceptance trains your psyche to remain open, making it easier for deeper truths to bubble up. After your meditation, grounding is essential. Wiggle your fingers and toes, take a few deep breaths, and perhaps speak an affirmation of gratitude. I thank my soul and the universe for guiding me toward greater understanding. Such a ritual helps you integrate your experiences and return to your day with clarity. Frequency is key. A 5 to 10-minute meditation each morning or evening can build momentum. Over time, these moments of stillness accumulate into a powerful journey inward. Any frustration you feel on days when your mind won't quiet down is part of the process. Treat it with compassion. The next section will focus on integrating all these insights into your daily life, ensuring that you don't just collect spiritual experiences, but allow them to enrich how you live and love every day. Spiritual insights are like seeds. They need nurturing in the soil of daily routine to truly grow. It's wonderful to have a profound meditation session or a heart-opening mirror work experience, but the real transformation occurs when you weave these realizations into how you move through each moment. This doesn't mean you must constantly dwell on past lives or hidden memories. Rather, you can adopt small, meaningful habits that keep you gently tuned in to your expanding awareness. For instance, you might begin each morning by placing a hand over your heart and whispering a chosen affirmation. Let those words set the tone for your day. As you commute, work, or care for your family, remain alert to any stirrings of intuition. Perhaps a familiar sensation arises when you hear a piece of music from a distant culture, or you feel a strong empathy for a stranger's story that seems oddly personal. These moments might be subtle invitations to recall more of who you are across time and space. To keep track of these experiences, maintain a small journal or a note-taking app on your phone. Record the impressions, emotions, or synchronicities that appear throughout the day. Over time, you may notice patterns, reoccurring themes that link back to the meditations, mirror work, and affirmations you've been practicing. This is how you start to see the tangible impact of your spiritual exploration. The once theoretical idea of past life wisdom becomes woven into the very fabric of your ordinary life. Compassion naturally expands through this process, both for yourself and for others. Realizing that you and those around you may have existed in various forms fosters empathy. Perhaps that coworker who aggravates you shares a karmic history that both of you are unknowingly working through. While you don't have to force an explanation for every conflict or connection, staying open to the possibility can soften your judgments. It reminds you that everyone carries invisible stories. Importantly, always remember balance. You are still a human being with responsibilities and goals in this present lifetime. The purpose of tapping into past wisdom isn't to escape the here and now, but to enrich it. Merging these insights into your relationships, creative endeavors, and personal growth can lead to a life that feels more purposeful and aligned. By celebrating each small step, whether it's an aha moment during journaling or a newfound kindness you show to yourself, you give these seeds the care they need to flourish. In our final section, we'll draw everything together, offering one last wave of encouragement and a reminder that you are fully capable of walking this path in your own unique way. Each day you devote to self-love and inner exploration is a day you strengthen the bridge between your past, present, and future self. The journey is yours to continue in your own timing for as long as you choose. You have traversed a gentle yet profound journey, exploring the expansive nature of your soul, voicing affirmations that open hidden doors, and venturing into the art of mirror work, forgiveness, and meditation. Through these practices, you've taken steps to embrace the idea that your soul's story stretches well beyond the horizon of your current life. Perhaps you felt flickers of recognition or a softening of old wounds. Maybe you've come away with more questions than answers. Either way, you are transforming simply by allowing yourself to consider a greater reality. Remember that each tool you've encountered, affirmations, mirror work, journaling, and guided meditations, serves a particular purpose. Yet they all converge on one ultimate goal: to help you love and understand yourself more deeply. As you release burdens of doubt and resentment, you make room for the light of your soul to shine through. In doing so, you also radiate greater compassion into the world around you. This is a sacred exchange. The more you heal, the more you uplift the collective. Self-belief remains essential. Trust that you have an intrinsic right to connect with this treasure trove of accumulated wisdom. It may not appear all at once. Revelations can come like gentle dawn light, gradually illuminating your consciousness. But each small glimmer counts, and each glimmer can guide you to live more fully in the present. Realize that your worthiness isn't conditional. It exists simply because you are part of the grand tapestry of existence, woven from threads of love and learning that span multiple lifetimes. As you move forward, continue to experiment. You might revisit these sections to refresh your affirmations, refine your meditation technique, or deepen your mirror work. If new doubts surface, greet them kindly and let them prompt further exploration. The journey is cyclical, each turn of the wheel revealing fresh insights or reminding you of truths you once understood but briefly forgot. Through patience and regular practice, you can anchor these spiritual discoveries into your everyday reality. Ultimately, the greatest takeaway is this: you hold within you a wellspring of love, knowledge, and resilience far greater than you may currently perceive. The invitation is ongoing, an open-ended call to evolve, discover, and remember. Embrace it wholeheartedly with the assurance that you are never alone. Your soul has traveled with you through countless experiences, and with every life, it expands and refines its capacity to heal and to love. Let that knowledge fill your heart with peace and your mind with clarity, guiding you bravely into the future and every moment that follows. May you walk forward with renewed confidence, carrying the spark of ancient wisdom as a beacon that illuminates the path ahead. Whenever you need a reminder of who you truly are, return to these words and practices. Each breath is a chance to step closer to the infinite loving essence that resides within you, an essence that transcends time, circumstance, and even the boundaries of a single lifetime.